Hey, it's Adam, Avalon Auto, Alpharetta, Georgia, AvalonAutoAtlanta.com. Next up, 2008 Lexus GX470, 204,000 miles, fully gone through, great history, tons of service records documented on the Carfax. Timing was done last in 2019 at 154,000 miles. So it's got 204, it's got about 50 left, or however many years that is. Outside is very clean. We did not do any paint work on this. We've done a good bit of mechanical, some cosmetic interior, and then some belt molding stuff. Front bumper does have, just noticed it in the sun, some kind of spider cracking here on this. It's not really noticeable, but when the sun hits it in the right angle, you kind of do see it. And then there's a little pressure crack right here at the bottom of the bumper, just like a parking lot bump that cracked it. Some other scratching, just again, parking lot stuff here, a little bit on this flare. We can send it to the shop. I was just trying not to paint some stuff on this because once I start painting, we decide to go ahead and do flares and other things. And it's got over 200K on it. They don't bring as much money as the previous ones or the lower mileage ones. So I try to not go too crazy on the rehab on these. Mechanically, still do a full baseline. So timing was done. We did valve cover gaskets, spark plugs, PCV valves. We do that anytime we do valve cover gaskets. You're good, man. Sorry. FedEx guy was waiting for me. You don't want to sit there 5 minutes, buddy. But so all the brakes all around. We do coated rotors, ceramic pads, Denso spark plugs. We also did both front CV axles. Boots were separating from the clamp. The OEM Prado belt moldings, ones that were on it were just starting to fall apart. No evidence of water leaks or anything, but they were falling apart. So again, some chipping on this flare, some small little parking lot, opening doors into things, scratching on these flares, this flare. So again, if I started painting stuff, I'd probably end up painting all the plastics. Very light scratch here. This one actually may be able to polish out because you don't really feel it with the nail. Very, very light scratch on the rear bumper as well. That I actually just rubbed off, but you can tell it's been bumped in a parking lot at some point before. Nothing major at all. Small scratch here that I will touch up. I missed that one when I was doing it before. But so that's exterior. Interior, we did recover both front seats fully. This one was split pretty bad at the side. That one had a decent amount of wear, enough to make me go ahead and do both full fronts. Steering wheel is scheduled to get refinished today. We've got a new interior guy. Our other guy retired, so we'll see how he does with this steering wheel. It's not bad, but it does have some wear. It should refinish just fine. Door panels are in good shape. Just some Costco trim to fit all weather mats and non-nav 08. So very desirable. Non-nav, you can upgrade any speakers, any head unit, Apple CarPlay, whatever you want. Add a backup camera, all that jazz. This does still have the rear air springs. They're functioning, great shape, no leaks, doesn't settle, doesn't drop. Rides good, so I don't fix them or replace them unless they are bad. On this one, they're good, so no need to fix. We did fix the console box. A lot of those are jammed up at this point. I also just remembered I replaced every dash vent. So for whatever reason, I've seen this on quite a few of them. The little adjusters are popped off or broken off of every single freaking dash vent. I don't know why. This one, the wood grain is starting to peel up. This is more common, I find, on the 08s, 09s with this darker cherry wood than on the 04 or 03s to 07s with the bird's eye maple. But interior's clean, carpets are nice and clean, back seat's in good shape, a little bit of wear right on the edge of this, but that's typical for these gray seats. Center cup holder, everything works, rear AC works. This one did not come with the third row, but I am 95% sure if you need one. I'm 95% sure I've got one in my attic. I think I've got 2 or 3 sets of grays in my attic. Saggy net syndrome, like all of them, not a big deal. Some cool upgrades you can do with that. Again, back seat, this side's a little less worn on the edge, so they probably had car seats or kids that entered in that side more frequently. Passenger seat, nice and clean, all brand new, of course. There is also some scratching on this glove box. This is actually scratched into the plastic. I'll see if the interior guy today can dye this glove box. That's really the only fix for that. It does have all the manuals, the original tow connector, all that good stuff. Wheels are in good shape. There is a cracked center cap. I may have this hyper silver color. I'm pretty sure I've got the other ones, but I may have this color. Tires are Firestone, decent shape. They're on the borderline. Fronts are better than the backs, or at least this one I'm looking at right now. Undercarriage, very clean, no rust. Let's take a look at this rear axle. Again, very clean. This one lived in Memphis before it came to Atlanta. So Tennessee and then Georgia. Also replaced the sport headlights, as I do on almost every GX I get now. New axles, axle seals. So all clean all around. Take a quick look under the hood. This video is running a little longer than I like to keep them. So battery from 2023, all the fluids checked out. We did, of course, do oil change whenever we do our inspection. Valve cover gaskets, OEM valve cover gaskets, spark plug tube seals. Whenever I do valve cover gaskets, I go ahead and do the PCV valve, spark plugs, just because. You're right there. It doesn't really add much labor, and you might as well. So, Adam with Avalon Auto, 2008 GX470, titanium metallic, non-nav, 204,000 miles, excellent service history. You know, cosmetically not the most perfect. Front bumper could use paint, but like I said, if I did that, I'd probably start painting some flares just so they're all perfect. But if you're buying one of these to potentially go wheel it, you're gonna scratch it. You're gonna drive next to a bush. You're gonna try to squeeze in between these two trees and you might miss. I know my big LX, I've got quite a few little bumper Mars from Windrock and Durham Town, and yeah, I ain't painting them because I'm gonna do it again. But let us know if you have any questions. Again, steering wheel scheduled to be done today. Everything else has been done. Have a great day.